YouTube, what's the story? Welcome back to another video. Pretty nervous about this one, to be honest with you, because I've got a mentor and he is the reason why I've started long form content, aka YouTube, and he wants me to start doing unscripted YouTubes. So usually when you have a YouTube, you have a script to follow roughly. This is totally unscripted. So, with that said, I'm in the car. The quality is not going to be the best. Totally unscripted. I just thought, because I'm going to collect a bike now, that I would do it when I'm on the way. So, forgive me for the camera skills. They're all over the place. But mindset, the importance of mindset, not only for your transformation in the gym, but how it spills over into life. I was thinking about it, and I was trying to come up with rough ideas. I was on the way to the barber's earlier, and I literally wrote down mindset in my notes, and I went blank, and I was like, that's a sign that I just need to talk and give my 2 pence on stuff. So I'll preface it with the fact that I will never coach somebody through something that I haven't done myself. And with mindset, I can speak on it because I work on it a lot, because I have been in places where the mind wasn't serving me as good as it does now, to a sense of I was very weak-minded and I struggled with mental health a little bit. Nothing too detrimental or whatever, just I would say a little bit worse than the regular Joe Soap growing up as a teenager. So the first thing I'll say about mindset is your brain is a muscle, just like any other muscle in your body. You can flex it, you can grow it, you can strengthen it. So you definitely should do that. The second point I will say about mindset is mental health is not the same as mindset, but a strong mindset comes from having good mental health. There is no point in having great physical health, being in great shape, if your mind is in the bin and your mental health is in the bin. Likewise, there's no point in working so much on your mindset if you can't actually use it to benefit you in other areas of your life. So within CBS, there's actually a course from an external mindset coach, Mindset with Martha. I really respect her. I like what she does. I like what she's about. I don't know many other coaches, mental health, mindset coaches like her. So there's a course within CBS for the reason that I want people to listen to what I have to offer when it's not from me, because I believe in it so much, because people listen to me so much in CBS and it starts to go in one ear out the other, and that's just people's commitment or whatever. I'm really, really big on mindset. I talk about it all the time. I educate people on it. Like the last one was growth mindset versus fixed mindset, which I read about in the book Carol Dweck Mindset, which I've read twice or 3 times. I think I've read it twice, glossed over it a third time. So yeah, look, mindset is massively, massively important, specifically for me. Put it in gear maybe. Specifically for me because, well, no, I stand corrected there. I work on it more than most. Not that I need it more than anybody else, but I definitely work on it more than most. The first thing, when you go through hardship, like everybody does in life, hardship looks very different for a lot of people. When I was growing up, it was, I had a great childhood. I was loved by both parents, but it wasn't easy. There was always, for the most part, stuff that went on at home, and I was always very introverted, and I always thought about it a lot, and it played on my mind a lot. When I started going to counselling 12 years ago, and I literally just finished up my last bout of counselling about 6 months ago, I started to work a lot on my thoughts. Your thoughts dictate your feelings dictate your emotions, and your emotions will dictate your actions. And that was just like a big massive penny dropped with me. So I work a lot on that now. So when you're falling on times of hardship, I'm a firm believer that you have to have your mind right to help you get out of that hole. For example, What could you give an example? Your partner's after breaking up with you. Yes, some physical changes have to happen. You might have to move out, blah blah blah, but all the days are the same, all the hours are the same, time stays ticking along at the same rate, people still think the same of you. Nothing else really changes besides how you feel. And I'm a firm believer that you get to decide how you feel about something, and you get to decide how you react to something. So I think that would be the first thing, is in your mindset and your mental strength will have a massive part to play in hardship, and how you deal with hardship, and how hardship deals with you, and how far you fall and how hard you fall, because you probably will fall, and you probably will feel, but you don't want to be in the depths of that for too long or too hard at all. And my personal experience, on numerous occasions, my mind has got me out of the depths relatively quickly compared to previous times. So hardship would be number one. Number two would be, we'll go with training. So the link to physical health. Because I've done it probably thousands of times now, where you put yourself through a hard workout, or you run extra hard, the extra yards. This is definitely going to turn here. Sorry, just taking a big swing. And because of that, and because you have the mentality of telling yourself, I'm going to run extra hard, I'm going to be the hardest worker in the room, I'm going to do the extra session, or I'm going to prepare extra, which is all mindset, mentality, you tend to perform better than you could have or would have previously. And that is just from a health and fitness perspective. That carries through to today. Like every day now, I'm in such a routine because I've drilled home the importance of nutrition, the importance of prepping nutrition, the importance of prepping properly for games, the importance of prepping properly for training, the importance of making sure that I'm recovered. And a lot of that is because I don't want to show up to any session, whether it's training, whether it's a match, whether it's a long run and conditioning session, and not be in a position where I am not performing at my best. I don't want to feel like that. That's my mindset saying I'm better than that, and because of that, the physical preparation kicks in. So it will also push you along if you can hone your mindset in the physical aspect of your training, your nutrition, your recovery, your supplementation, everything that comes along with being healthy and fit. What else does mindset do for me? It pushes me to do hard things that I don't want to do. Example, 10 pages a night. I stuck to 10 pages a night for a couple of months at the start of this year, and now I feel out of sorts if I don't read before I go to sleep at night. Strange one, right? But the mindset about it is, I know that if I don't read, I'm probably going to be consuming some sort of media or technology before I go to sleep. But I know in my head that if I do that, I will not fall asleep as quickly, I won't get as good a quality sleep, and I'll kind of be kicking myself in the morning afterwards. So the mindset has of just read 10 pages a night, fucking 10 pages, takes about 20 minutes for a couple of months, has drastically improved how I sleep, which drastically improves then how I recover and how I get up every day. And that for me comes down to the mental preparation and the mental kind of hardship of doing stuff that you do not like, because you know, your brain tells you and you feel it, that if you do something you don't like but you know it's beneficial and you stick to it, it just becomes part of your routine. Social aspect, mindset. I grew up between two houses, so I never really had a set of friends, meaning most people watching this probably grew up in one house, had the same friends living around them their whole life. You walk out your door and the same people will be there playing football or going out on the bikes or whatever it is you do when you're growing up. I didn't really have that because I split my time between two houses every single week. and that's just the way I grew up, and I'm happy about it. But I never got to settle into a friend group. I had schoolmates, I had Gaelic football mates, I had soccer mates, I had lads on the road up in my dad's gaff. There was not really many people around my ma's where I live now, and because of that, I never really felt fantastic in social settings, because if I was in a setting, I knew that there was always more of a group of friends there that were more friendly with each other than I would be with them. I need to get into the far lane here. Shit. And my mindset over the last number of years and the growth in my mental strength has directly grown alongside my confidence in nearly every social setting. I feel way more confident in myself and who I am without being too egotistical. I do have a bit of an ego, it's been pointed out, forgive me, but the growth and strength of my mindset has helped me be comfortable in situations that I never would have dreamt of being comfortable in. When I was in Australia, I moved to another gym, and it was a really fucking big gym, a really good gym, locker room it was called, and I thought I would be really nervous, but when I got in there, I was like, I've kind of earned this, and that's how I want to approach this. It's like, I've put work in to be a good coach, to hone my craft, to get really busy in coaching, so this is where I deserve to be. And when I had that mindset coming in for the first couple of weeks, yes, you had to be a sponge and learn everything brand new again, but my mindset really helped me to settle into that situation of being part of a team of elite coaches, coaching elite business people in Sydney's central business district. So that would be one of the social aspects. Well, I suppose that's probably more career. So I don't want to get into too much social, because people will probably know who and what I'm talking about if I go too deep into it. But just know that having a strong mindset rubs off on social aspects of friends, of who you portray yourself to be, because you are that person, not that you're trying to be anybody else. Not really giving a shit what other people think, because what Simon says about Sally says more about Simon than Sally, you know? Just making sure I'm going the right way. I feel like I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but it's totally unscripted. From a business perspective, damn, my mindset, and like when you come back down to reality and learning not to get too high with the highs and don't get too low with the lows, that has been a challenge. I remember in my first week of setting up CBS 3 years ago, near 3.5 years ago now, it's October, I got like 10 clients in my first week because I was just spamming Instagram. I was a new coach. People want the new shiny object. And I remember the feeling distinctly. I was on the plane to Bali and I was like, have my name in lights here. This is it. And then very quickly lost like 8 clients over the following months. And my mentality was in the absolute bin. Spending all my money on mentorships, trying to get clients back, not being able to commit to mentorships, working on a farm, living in a fucking hostel/hotel. And when you put a brave face on social media, like really your mind is like, what the hell am I doing? And over the last couple of years, from a business standpoint, with business experience, with daily gratitude, with journaling, with networking, you realise and you have conversations with other coaches about how you have to be mentally to stay in the game, because a coach's lifespan is actually very, very short. Most coaches apparently only stay in the industry for like 2 to 3 years. And that, I'm not sure there'll be many businessmen watching this, but your mindset just cannot be understated for the importance of it. For the days that you just feel like you don't want to do anything, and the days you feel like the business is falling apart, and the days you feel like you're not ever going to get anywhere with what you're doing, the mindset is the only thing that really got me through. And what got me through with that would have been journaling, would have been stepping away, would have been separating the emotions from the results and the actions. Yeah. The best ways to work on your mindset, just like you work on your physical health. Should have went there. The best ways to work on your mindset, daily deposits, man. Daily fucking deposits. This is gonna swing. Daily gratitude, something I am pretty fucking big on in the last while, and it makes such a difference to my day. Setting your day off with 5 things that you are grateful for, and they have to be different every day. Nothing can be the same. And then I also have 4 affirmations that I tell myself, that I write down. Just a little bit of manifestation, because I believe in that. I believe in higher power. I believe in the law of attraction, without being too woo-woo, but anybody who knows me well will know what 47 means to me, and I fully well trust and believe in all of that. I've also then got like a bit of a mantra that I say to myself every day. From my mentorship, you go through a little bit of a chamber identity kind of discovery, so I say that to myself every day. And then I've got a little bit of a vision board for things that I want to achieve, that I can remind myself of every day. And then last 2 things are lock screens on my phone. So I'll say my identity chamber, a little bit of a mantra, and then I'll change my lock screen to the other thing, and it'll be a reminder that I have a lot to be grateful for. I have a lot to manifest. Remind myself of the person I want to be, and then also what I want to achieve. So it's fairly woo-woo, and I'm sure some lads who I know will be looking at this and be like, he is a fucking freak. I didn't think he was that fucking goosey. And I don't give a fuck. I don't know anybody else doing it, but I don't know anybody else that's putting the work in that I am as well. So if you think it's woo-woo, so like they're the things that I do every day on mindset, and like that's not a chore to me either to do. That is just like, I need my mind bulletproofed. I need the physical aspect bulletproof, with training hard for endorphins, for release, for time to myself, and they go absolutely well and truly hand in hand. So what we spoke about? We spoke about physical, we spoke about the mental, we spoke about the social, we spoke about the career. With the social, I never felt like I had a proper set friend groups. I had acquaintances everywhere, lads from soccer, lads from GA, lads on the road, lads in school, and then my best mates that I met down the Gale Talk a few years ago. And I don't know what it was. It was just probably over time when I was working on the mindset. It was like, I don't need to try and be anything to fit into other people's circles. My circle will come. Whoa. Right, we're going up the hills here, lads. My circle will come. And my circle has come. And I'm more than happy with my circle. It's very small. And it's that old fucking, I don't know, 2010 vibe, keep your circle small. But it was unintentional. And that's the way it is. And I'm more than happy with that. Some people come, some people go. But yeah, it's all worked out so far. Bar 1 or 2 things in life, but we're working on it. I think I'm gonna have to leave this here, because I'm going up about like a 30-degree fucking hill. So I'll come back to this when I can talk properly. So just parked up, about to collect the bike, but I actually just rewatched that whole 19 minutes and 9 seconds, and I'm more than happy with it. Just to recap, mindset is massively important. Firstly, to use the strength that you have mentally when things get tough. There's no point in relying on your mental strength if you don't have any when you need it. It's one of these things where you don't realize, or you won't know when you need it, but you will need it. And it's better to have it and not be using it than not have it when you need to use it. Social aspect of things, like for anybody suffering from any sort of anxiety, feeling like they don't belong, feeling like nobody likes them, feeling like they don't fit in. Your mentality, your mental strength, your mindset, when you work in it, you will get there. Highly recommend counselling. I've had 3 different counsellors. I've had like 5 different bouts of counselling since I'm like 12. No shame about it. No stigma around it. I fucking love it. I only finished my last bout there maybe 6 months ago, and I was thinking about going back just because it's somebody to talk to, somebody to vent to. It's like talking to a wall that gives you solutions, because nobody else will hear it. Nobody else will know what you're talking about. So I really recommend that. Your mindset will also, if you are in any sort of side hustle or business area, you're thinking about doing it, it keeps you in the game. It keeps you on the straight and narrow. As I said, the highs don't get too high, the lows don't get too low. And there is no two ways about it. If you want to succeed in anything half decent in life, your mind has to be pretty fucking sharp. So, yeah, the woo stuff I do, if anybody wants to drop me a message and run it by me and what I think, I won't ask you too many personal details or whatever, but I do practice it, like you'll see here actually. Just get rid of these. So they are my daily affirmations. No, that's my kind of my identity chamber mantra. Then I flick across to the stuff that I want to achieve, and I look at them every morning, and I'll do my gratitude, and I'll write my affirmations, because I'm a bit strange like that. But that's the way it fucking is, and that's the way it will be. I'm sure I will add more to it and I'll take some stuff away. But either way, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.